Kargan.
Quality you can trust.
There are three distinct types of entity replication method currently known in the known universe. These are the most effective. 1. DNA spawn material replication, whereupon the reproduced subject is grown in a plastic embryonic sac. Production of this entity type remains reliant on the upkeep and stringent maintenance of the production laboratory and associated support facilities. 2. Pod-based amorphous androgynous clone production, which also relies on dedicated facilities. And 3. Where the produced subject has entity reproduction facilities built into the reproduced entity itself, enabling the entity to self-reproduce. This third entity cloning reproduction format is regarded as far more advanced than methods 1 and 2, and is thought to have originated from a long-lost, hyper-advanced species of intelligent life form that previously visited this region of the universe and created the entity and method for a specific purpose in mind for the region. As yet, there have been no authoritative evidence that identifies the creator of the third method.
Ever wondered where people come from when their imprint is used to bring them back to life? No, not the hospital, sure. They revive at a hospital, and intact with their memories, they walk out of the door like nothing happened. But before their cloned imprint gets to the hospital, it starts off at one of the Kargan Mining Corporation's deep space cloning facilities. With capacities and backstock generation ability floating around the 100 mark for VIP customers and into triple figures for government-contracted military cloning profiles. The Kargan Mining Corporation is the premier supplier of A-grade clone stock.
The main reasons the Kargan cloning facilities are located in such far-flung solar systems and asteroid belts is firstly due to the rare resources used to perform mass cloning. And why does a mining company go into the business of mass cloning? Firstly, their expertise in operating large vessels and facilities in deep space is top tier. And secondly, their expertise in mining rare minerals provides them obvious advantages over their competitors. This includes Kargan's galactic mineral survey data, which they have been building up for over 1,000 years. There is a big difference between regeneration and cloning. For example, you can't perform regeneration without a prepared stockpile of humanoid blank clones, which can then be tweaked later during the Ibrahim sphere stage of the regeneration. The backlog of raw material, clone batches, are masterfully planned to ensure the clientele are served with their exact, tailored supplies, and the highest prices can be charged.
Sarah,
I've been eavesdropping on some wild transmissions and radio chatter from that huge cloning facility way out past Dexter 10. The computers that run those huge facilities have been trying to pool their compute power to try and solve this problem that's been brewing for the past couple of years at this one facility. But they're too far apart for the pooling to have been effective due to delays in transmission related to the distance between each facility. Sounds like it's all come to a head, and I've been picking up radio chatter from the maintenance crews. Their broadcasts are fairly high power due to how deep they operate below ground, so the radio transmissions leak out for millions of miles into space. Some type of disaster is unfolding there.
Okay, John, send them over. I want to listen. If you're worried about transmitting, just hand them off to me at the cargo freight canteen when we meet for lunch.
Level 600 is like nothing you ever want to see. After approximately 120,000 Class 1s compromised their pod containment, they went into a frenzy and started consuming each other. The maintenance teams that had become trapped also got consumed. They also ruptured 4 large cryo support tanks in their frenzy, causing mass freeze casualties. The debris field on level 600 is vast and consists mostly of Class 1s cannibalizing each other. Also, many are being frozen in place by the leaking cryogenic support tank. And this is the worst part. Due to all of the broken pods and leaking liquids, it's causing the Class 1s to amalgamate together to form large undocumented hybrid chimeras. Your defensive equipment might not be able to take the large hybrids down. So far, every team that encountered them has stopped reporting back, as is assumed to be MIA.
Can anyone hear me? Radio mic check. This is Milligan and my team Alpha 10 from Cryo Support Duck 90. We've been pushing forward towards level 600. We can report that the main vestibule has been holding solidly, with both the outer and inner door still in place. The window of the inner door, with the reinforced viewing portal, is visible and looks to have compressed Class 1s firmly contorted and crushed up against it. Looks like a large crowd of possibly 10,000 reached the vestibule and failed to force their way through. No sign of any large hybrids here.
Milligan, this is computer. My sensors indicate there is a large hybrid that has broken through pipe 7J and is currently working its way towards your current location. Calculating risk mitigation plan. Please wait. Please wait.
Computer, this is Milligan with Pipe Team Alpha 10. We have received your communication and wanted to ask if you can supply us any details of what we are facing in terms of the hybrids. How large are they? And do we know what their method of attack has been so far?
Milligan, this is computer. Transmission received. Please stand by for the risk mitigation plan. ETA 2 minutes. Currently, the database only has limited data on the hybrids and minimal data on their attack methods. We do have some data on attack outcomes. Currently, our data indicates rapid head removal takes place within approximately 0.3 seconds upon any target encountering a hybrid. Survival rate estimation currently stands at 0 survival probability. Would you like me to book any annual holiday for your team members or file any staff sickness? After delivering this information, Procedure 94C instructs me to request a team staff moral check. Is your team feeling okay? And would you like me to arrange arrival of the tea and breakfast trolley to your current location? And would you prefer sandwiches or fruit in your hydro ration pouches? Correction. My sensors indicate that all tea and breakfast trolleys have been taken out of service due to a change in Kargan staff food delivery policy 38N. Warning: computer computational load warning, severity level 6. Compute cooling facility 10 indicates abnormal atmospheric conditions. Dispatching emergency support teams to investigate.
Computer, skip the tea. But how's the mitigation planning coming? Can you send it over?
Milligan, risk mitigation plan is as follows. Open maintenance panel, 98,200-73B, located on your south wall. Within this maintenance panel, you will need to close valve 6. I repeat, close valve 6 and await further instructions. Be aware the hybrid is currently in close proximity of this maintenance panel and inside the pipe feeding to valve 6. Timely execution of this plan is highly recommended.
Computer, this is Mike from Milligan's team. Can you track where Milligan is?
Which part of Milligan would you like to track?
Fiery the angels fell, deep thunder rode around their shores, burning with the fires of Orc.
Let's rock. Lock and load. Once you obtain good range, blast them to hell. I've been waiting for this day for 10 years. If they tell us to stand down, I swear to God I'm switching off my radio.
John, are you there? Why haven't you replied to any messages? I tried visiting your habitation block, but I was told it's been sealed off due to an outbreak of Willow's Nose. They said you'd probably been assigned to help with a new shipment of emergency medical supplies, so I checked your hangar, and Christine is still moored there, and Freight Control told me you haven't answered their calls either.
Frankie, are you receiving this? This is Steve, the pipe crew maintenance leader, operating on level 690. I am letting you know now that my team is pulling back. Clone containment failure is possibly imminent. Pod detachment has reached uncontrollable levels. We estimate 80,000 to 100,000 Class 1s have let themselves out of their own pod somehow and are roaming free within the sub-level containment area of 690. What is happening on the surface? Does everyone know what is going on down here? Does the computer have a plan?